Breaking news tonight at 5. You're looking at possible tornado damage in Pilot Grove, which is a small town in Cooper County. It was hit this morning by storms sweeping across mid-Missouri. Now to stop and take a look at that damage. Now we have live team coverage tonight across the Pilot Grove area, breaking down the aftermath of that dangerous storm. ABC 17's Lucas Geisler is live from the command center just off the interstate, while ABC 17 Storm Track meteorologist Chance Gotch and ABC 17's Marie Moyer are covering damage in and around the town. But before we go out to them, let's check in with ABC 17 Storm Track Chief Meteorologist Jessica Hafner, who's explaining exactly how all this happened this morning. Jess?
Yeah, we had storms that rolled through this morning that are now working their way through the St. Louis area. So our severe weather threat is over, but you can see just by the storm reports, we saw several reports of large hail, damaging winds, and even a few tornadoes. The only one in mid-Missouri was the one that crossed into Pilot Grove. That rotation really ramped up as it moved out of Pettis County, hitting Pilot Grove at around 8:30 or so, and that rotation continued to weaken as it got closer to Boonville. We'll actually take a look at the debris tracker. We started picking up debris at around 8:38, and then that continued to lift north of the Missouri River, starting to dissipate as it crossed into Howard County, but we still had a little bit of debris on the radar, and that's really how we knew a tornado was actually on the ground and hitting Pilot Grove. Of course, unfortunately, lots of damage in those areas. We want to go out to ABC 17 news anchor Lucas Geisler, who's been watching some of those reports coming in. You've been talking to the Sheriff's Department and, of course, keeping an eye on power outages. What is the damage looking like where you're at right now?
Jessica, there's pretty significant damage closer to Pilot Grove. For reference, I am here where the county has set up the sort of emergency command operations center. We're here just south of Interstate 70 near the Pilot Grove exit here. Damage significant, but thankfully no one has been really seriously hurt or killed from this storm. I do want to bring in Lieutenant William Johnson from the Cooper County Fire Protection District. He has been one of the more than 20 agencies that's been helping out in Pilot Grove and in Cooper County. Lieutenant Johnson, thank you so much for your time. What can you tell us about this storm, as you know it?
There was a severe line of thunderstorms that came through Cooper County, and along with those severe line of thunderstorms, a tornado developed and dropped down around the Pilot Grove area, stayed on the ground for about 5.5 miles, did quite a bit of damage. There were 68 structures along that path. There were 10 to 12 structures that were damaged and or totally devastated through that. Fortunately, there were no injuries or fatalities during that tornado as it came through. Destroyed a lot of farm equipment, a lot of buildings, to include down power lines, trees, blocked a lot of roads, things like that, and those are the things that we're currently working on.
And still currently working to clear some of that stuff up, is that right?
Yes, sir. Most of the roads are clear at this point in time, but we still, Como Electric is working on the power lines, restoring power to the customers, and trying to get that infrastructure put back in place.
You and I here in this parking lot had just seen some Missouri Task Force 1 folks come through. Task Force 1 has been helping out in this response as well. What have they been doing, and how is that helpful, what they're doing to the response here today?
So we had 21 agencies that came to respond as mutual aid to Pilot Grove Fire Protection District. One of those was Missouri Task Force 1. They brought their drone. That drone will fly the area that's damaged to help with damage assessments, help us locate those buildings that are damaged. We've already gone through, done search and rescue with the agencies to make sure that there were no additional injuries or personnel, life safety issues that we need to worry about. We also looked at livestock and see if there was any devastation of livestock. We didn't see any of that in the devastation area. So they were very helpful to us in providing that drone footage when we go out and do damage assessments.
Lieutenant, you and I have, a lot of the agencies here have worked together on a lot of significant storms, significant disasters throughout Cooper County. With this one in particular, is there anything just kind of right away you think is unique about this storm? Maybe something you haven't seen before, or just something remarkable about it?
Well, it developed very, very quickly, and then the tornado dropped out of that severe line of thunderstorms, hit the ground and ran. Of course, it was early in the morning, and we were able to respond with the initial agencies and start doing that. One of the most remarkable things is Cooper County has been working together with all the agencies to make sure that we coordinate and support each other. We even had the county commissioner here, George Monk, who was the presiding commissioner, commend us on our efforts and our quick response and ability to coordinate and work together.
And really quickly to wrap up, Lieutenant, what comes next? What comes after this?
So we're going to do damage assessment. We want to restore the infrastructure. We want to make sure that the folks are taken care of. So we're going to reach out to the folks within the community when we do those damage assessments, see if we can make sure that we hit the thresholds for damage assessment, the emergency declaration, and see if there's additional assistance